And my question for you is, like you, I am a very proud American Jew, and I support both the United States and Israel very strongly. But I also acknowledge, and as I'm sure you do, that there are very serious issues with both the United States and Israel. So with that being said, I want to know what your greatest criticism of either Israeli domestic or foreign policy is.
Well, Israel's economy is a mess. It's productive, but only because they have great intellectual capital in Israel. The restrictions on labor there are insane. The restrictions on the tax code in Israel is unworkable. They lose an enormous number of good workers every year to other places where people feel like they can make a living better. So that's the biggest problem with the governance of Israel. It lives in a dangerous area of the world. It has to do what it has to do in order to protect itself. But what I see is that they have tremendous internal problems also, because there's broad disagreement about what you owe in terms of military service from certain sectors. As an Orthodox Jew, I think that there should be universal military service in Israel that includes Orthodox Jews and people who study in yeshivot, for example. That's a controversial proposition in many parts of the community to which I belong. Those are a few issues that exist in Israel. As far as the issues that exist in America, I think that the key issue is the one that I discussed earlier, as far as a crisis of definitions, a crisis of the soul. Barack Obama said in his second inaugural address, one of the most astonishing things I've ever heard a politician say. He said in 2012 that the definition of liberty was fungible. He basically said that we don't all have to define liberty in the same way in order for us to agree to live with each other. And at a root level, that's just not true. You actually do have to define liberty in the same way if you wish to live in the same country together. If your definition of liberty is that you get to tell me I can't go to my church or I can't send my kids to a religious school, then your definition of liberty is not in fact liberty, it's cram downs on me.